Hey, so today I'd like to talk about the matter of matter. Um, Interesting topic, really. We talk about things that matter. Often we have things going on in our life and we make them matter. And if you think about matter in the other form, matter doesn't exist. Everything's energy, so it doesn't matter. It's a great metaphor. So this is kind of like a wee self-empowerment exercise that came up. I was talking with a friend a while ago actually, and he was having difficulty with something that he was aware of. He'd done many things to try and shift it, and it wasn't really, anything wasn't really working, wasn't moving, and so it was still there. And it also reminded me of another conversation I had with another friend some time ago, quite a few months ago, about matter, and things don't matter, and they only matter because we make them matter. And it doesn't mean, you know, that they're not important or whatever. It's just a different way of looking at it, and it really comes down to the relationship. And I think really the relationship with things is the key. So what I find is if we look at something that's, for instance, as the first friend I was mentioning, say he's got this thing that keeps on happening. He's done different work. He's tried different techniques and meditations and ways of shifting it and recognizing it and going to its core, and it's still around. So what I came up and I suggested to him, and I know for me as well when I've done it with myself, looking at things, that this really works. So getting in a place of it doesn't matter. So acknowledging it's there for sure, but not giving your power away to it in the sense of, okay, I don't, even the fact that I can't work it out or shift it or whatever, we can let go and go into a place of it doesn't matter. It's okay. I'm okay with this. It's not a big deal, even though it feels like at the time it can be a big deal. But with the whole relationship of it doesn't matter, we can bring some lightness into it. We can shift that way of how we're finding it becoming too much or coming up. And when we recognise it come up, just to notice it and just smile and go, it doesn't matter, because matter doesn't exist. Everything's energy, everything's coming and going. When we make it matter, we solidify it. We bring it into a dense energy, and therefore it becomes bigger than what it really is. Sometimes easier said than done. I get it. And to carry that a little bit further, another part of that, another thing that I find is when we have something, and I've had something come into my life, and it was quite big at the time, and I felt it kind of took it over my body physically, and I felt that it was who I was. It was a big part of me, and I had to work with it, and therefore I had to live with it. And with exploring it and possibilities and looking into things, I realised actually it lives with me. I don't live with it. And it means that I don't ignore it, I don't squash it, but I don't make it bigger than myself. It's just a particle of my being, a fragment, a small essence of the part of the journey I've chosen in this life form. Um, and to give it something like it lives with me, I don't live with it, takes its power away and empowers yourself. So the whole thing of it doesn't matter, connected to, okay, it's there, but it lives with me, I don't live with it. Ways of making it not as significant. Acknowledging it, recognizing it. I've tried things to deal with it, it still shows up. Okay, so if I just give it this much of acknowledgement, it doesn't have so much power, I feel anyway, and then it just changes the whole relationship that you have with this thing, whatever it is, this pattern or this hurt, this trauma that comes up, and you walk still in your power and your beauty and your trueness, and you notice it come up, and you don't go into a place of, okay, I've got to figure this out, I've got to work it out, need to release it. You know, they all work, they're all beneficial, and I advise, yeah, if that works, then do those things. But if none of those are working, then this is another way that possibly could work. So yeah, I found when I've worked with this kind of energy, um, it feels lighter. I feel lighter. I can be in that place. We can journey together because the togetherness is very short, because it passes over, because I haven't solidified it. I haven't made it into this dense thing that's, so kind of big and difficult to get away from. Um, yeah, so I'm not sure how that worked for him, or whether he's tried that out, or whatever, or whether you've got something that you may want to try this with. But it's just another way of working with our stuff and our human life experiences and living ways and journeys that we have. Yeah, so I hope that helps. Enjoy your day. Nice connecting again. Go well.